My husband left me because I humiliated him in public.
I used to think marriages ended with huge, dramatic explosions, infidelity, shouting matches, slammed doors. I never imagined it could all crumble because of one sentence, spoken at the wrong time in the wrong place. I was wrong. Sometimes, a single moment is all it takes to reveal the cracks that have been quietly spreading for years. My husband, Aaron, and I had been married for 6 years. We weren't perfect, but I truly believed we were solid. From day one, he was my biggest supporter. When I traveled for work, he managed everything at home. He believed in me so fiercely, and I took that unwavering support for granted. Things started to change when I got a big promotion. Suddenly, my job wasn't just a job, it was my entire identity. The pressure was immense, the hours were long, and my new boss was the kind of person who thrived on asserting his authority and putting people down in public. I convinced myself that to succeed, I had to play his game, to be tough, to prove I belonged. Somewhere along the way, earning my boss's approval started to feel more important than showing my husband respect. The tipping point came at a company party. It was a celebration for a successful quarter, and I brought Aaron along. He looked so handsome, a little nervous but excited to finally meet my colleagues. But as I looked at him, standing there among all the executives, a wave of embarrassment washed over me. As the night wore on, my boss started making his usual sharp-tongued jokes, aiming them at anyone he saw as beneath him. When Aaron calmly and respectfully questioned one of his comments, the whole room went silent. My boss laughed it off at first, but then he saw a chance to assert his dominance. He turned on Aaron, challenging his opinion in front of everyone. This was my moment to stand by my husband, to protect him. Instead, I chose my boss. I let out a nervous laugh and told Aaron he was overreacting. I said he didn't get how things worked at my company. And then in front of everyone, I told him he was embarrassing me. The words just hung there, heavy and irreversible. Aaron's face changed. It wasn't anger I saw, but something much worse. Clarity. He didn't fight back. He just nodded, thanked my boss for the conversation, and walked away. I followed him outside, feeling more irritated than concerned. I started accusing him of ruining my night, of putting my career at risk. He just stood there, listening quietly as all my frustration poured out. When I finally ran out of steam, he looked me right in the eye and asked one simple question. When did you decide my career was more important than our marriage? I had no answer. He told me that disagreements are normal, but public betrayal cuts deeper than any private argument. He said he could forgive a mistake, but not humiliation. Then he reminded me of all the times he had stood up for me, even when it cost him something. And then he said it was over. At first I laughed, thinking he was just angry. But he wasn't. He was terrifyingly calm. He told me he didn't want to be married to someone who would sacrifice him for the approval of others. He said love should make you feel safe, not small. He slept on the couch that night. 2 days later, he packed a bag. I apologized over and over. I blamed the stress, the alcohol, my boss. I promised to change, to set boundaries, to fix it. Aaron listened, and then he said the one thing I didn't want to hear. He said the problem wasn't just the party. The problem was that in that one moment, I had shown him who I really was, and he believed me. Our separation was quiet and devastating. No screaming matches, just paperwork and an ever-growing distance. Friends tried to help. Some told him he was overreacting. Others told me it was just one mistake. But what I learned is that our mistakes reveal our values, and mine had been laid bare for everyone to see. The promotion I fought so hard for felt hollow. The boss I defended quickly found someone new to belittle. The respect I thought I was earning was never real. And I went home every night to an empty apartment, replaying that one moment again and again. Aaron filed for divorce 3 months later. Seeing him move on, seeing him look lighter and more at peace without me, forced me to face a painful truth. I didn't lose him because of my job. I lost him because I chose power over partnership. I lost him because I was so afraid of failing that I pushed away the one person who loved me unconditionally. Some betrayals aren't loud and dramatic, they're quiet. They're a nervous laugh at the wrong time. They're choosing a moment of comfort over a lifetime of courage. And sometimes, consequence isn't a fight. It's just someone quietly deciding they deserve better. I lost my husband because I forgot what loyalty truly means. And that's a lesson I learned far, far too late. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever felt lost between your ambitions and your relationships, I hope this helps you find your way. Please take care of each other,